Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India, India's voice to the world. This is Sports Fast with me, Deepika, and coming up in the next half an hour. The match is ongoing between India and New Zealand Test Series. India is currently taking on New Zealand on day 3 of first Test. Defending champions Australia knocked out of T20 Women's Cricket World Cup as South Africa comfortably cruises to the finals. West Indies all set to take on New Zealand in second semi-final today. And tennis legend Rafael Nadal all set to face Novak Djokovic in last dance of his career at an exhibition match in Riyadh. Nadal says he will continue supporting his team for David.
Today's episode was all about unique ideas that help us adapt to this new world where so much around us is changing.
We are forming communities to practice regenerative farming and learn how to control these problems naturally.
We have invested in a new battery park to stabilize it, and that makes it also easier for us to phase in renewables like wind and sun.
We're developing some AI tools which use imagery in our grow rooms. They can monitor them on a 24-hour basis, and they help us understand the prime time for picking so that we harvest those mushrooms at the perfect time of ripeness.
I have been using Ravichandran's vermicompost and have had good yields. Now I have used it for this 2-acre maize field. I'm planning to use it continuously. So far, the yield is good and the crops are doing well.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy, always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium, we'll get you centered with the Economic Brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
Complex issues, hidden agendas, twists and turns, strategic games. We think all dots are linked. We just need to connect them. Join me every week as I connect the dots to unravel hidden designs in statecraft, mysteries, and decode issues that matter to you. Watch Connecting the Dots with me at these times on DD India.
Welcome back after that short break. You're watching Sports Fast with me, Deepika. And now let's begin the latest action from the India versus New Zealand Test match, which is already going on. Virat Kohli is at the crease as India is playing its second innings. India earlier lost quick wickets in the final session on day 3. Sarfaraz Khan has now joined Virat Kohli in the middle after the dismissals of Yashasvi Jaiswal and Rohit Sharma. Earlier, Rachin Ravindra's powerful knock propelled New Zealand to 402 on day 3 of the first test against India in Bengaluru. Tim Southee also added a quick 65 runs to add salt to their wounds. New Zealand put 402 on the board, extending their lead to 356 runs now. For Team India, Kuldeep Yadav and Ravindra Jadeja bagged 3 wickets each, with Siraj taking 2 and Bumrah along with Kuldeep scalping 1 each. New Zealand scored 402 runs, extending their lead. Rohit Sharma and Yashasvi Jaiswal have opened the proceedings for Team India. The hosts needed to fire from the start and build a strong opening partnership to set the tone for the other batters. If we talk about the current score, India is currently at 172 for a loss of 2 wickets against Team New Zealand in first test day 3. Moving on now, let's talk about Women's Cricket World Cup, where history has been created as South Africa has now made it to the finals of Women's T20 Cricket World Cup. Anik Bosch powered South Africa into the ICC Women's T20 Cricket World Cup final with a commanding 74, leading her side to an 8-wicket victory over defending champions Australia. South Africa skipper Wilbur won the toss and opted to bowl, with South Africa restricting Australia to 134 for 5 despite a late surge from the Aussies. Bosch's career best knock helped Team South Africa chase down Australia's total of 135 in just 17.2 overs. Captain Laura Wilbur also contributed with a composed 42 from 37 balls before being dismissed in the 15th over. Favourites Australia in their first ICC tournament after Meg Lanning's retirement missed key player Eliza Healy due to injury and ended the campaign in the semi-finals itself. And after South Africa women stunned Australia women in the first semi-final, 2016 champions West Indies and 2-time finalists New Zealand are all set to take on each other in second semi-final at Sharjah on Friday, the 18th of October. Both the teams will be eyeing the final spot, while West Indies will be considering the home team in the match after finishing first in Group B standings with 6 points from the games. New Zealand also secured a similar number of points in the same number of games as West Indies, as they finished as the second best team in Group A behind Australia, who were undefeated in the group stage of the competition. If West Indies win the Friday clash, they will have the chance to become the first team after Team Australia to win multiple ICC Women's World Cup title. However, if the White Ferns manage to emerge victorious today, it will be a guaranteed new champion for the T20 World Cup. Talking about men's cricket now, it was not an outing that England would have expected for themselves as they played and levelled the current series in the ongoing match in Multan. Here's more.
Pakistan ended their 11-match winless streak at home, levelling the series 1-1 against England in Multan on Friday. With a decisive victory by 152 runs, Noman Ali and Sajid Khan led the way, taking all 20 wickets in the test match. Pakistan cricket selectors showed confidence in uncapped players Hasibullah, Mehran Mumtaz and Kamran Ghulam, who delivered impressive performances. Debutant Kamran scored a century and added crucial 26 runs, while Noman Ali and Sajid Khan's combined efforts taking key wickets including Joe Root and Ben Duckett in the first innings sparked a remarkable turnaround. For Team England, Harry Brook scored an astonishing 317 and Joe Root contributed a brilliant 262 in the first test, surpassing Alistair Cook's England test record. Their dismissals marked the turning point in England's defeat. Despite only managing 221 in the second innings, the 291 target on a challenging pitch proved too steep for England. The third and the final test will take place in Rawalpindi from October 24 to determine the series winner. Sports Desk, DD India.
Former India captain Sourav Ganguly has been appointed as the Director of Cricket for JSW Sports, overseeing all its cricket properties including Delhi Capitals in the IPL along with Women's Premier League as well as Pretoria Capitals in SA20. Sourav Ganguly will lead the cricketing operations across these teams, as confirmed by JSW Sports in an official statement. His new role follows a decision to implement a 2-year rotation policy between GMR Sports and JSW Group for managing Delhi Capitals operations in the IPL and WPL. GMR will handle IPL operations for the next 2 years, while GSW will manage the WPL team. Moving on to tennis now. Tennis legend Rafael Nadal, who announced his retirement a week ago, is playing his last exhibition tournament at Riyadh and is all set to face Novak Djokovic in the event. Speaking on his participation and the possibilities of representing his side at the Davis Cup, Nadal said he will continue to support his team. Here's more. With an illustrious career coming to an end, Rafael Nadal on Thursday said he feels he made the right decision on his retirement as he looks forward to one final hurrah at next month's Davis Cup finals in Malaga. After losing to Spanish compatriot Carlos Alcaraz by 6-3, 6-3 at the Six Kings Slam exhibition in Riyadh on Thursday, the former world number one appeared to leave some doubt as to if he will be fit for the Davis Cup, saying he would play if he could help his team.
I made the decision a few time ago. Take some time, but after Olympics, I give myself a few weeks to think, and I realized that I answered the questions that I needed to answer to myself to make the decision that I feel is the right decision for me today. And if I'm going to be ready for the Davis Cup or not, emotionally, I'm sure I will be ready.
The Davis Cup is down to the final 8 and Spain will face the Netherlands on the 19th of November. The final will be played on the 24th of November. But before the Davis Cup, Nadal has what will most likely be his last ever professional matchup against longtime rival Novak Djokovic.
As I said before, I have not much pressure here. I just trying to have fun, to enjoy every moment on court. I know I'm gonna play against players that they are in much better shape than me because they are on the professional tour and winning tournaments.
With 22 Grand Slam titles in the bag, including a record 14 French Open titles, Nadal announced last week that he would hang up his racket after the international team event. Sports Desk, DD India. And Rafael Nadal is all set to lock horns with old rival Novak Djokovic for the last time before the Spaniard ends his illustrious career. The pair is all set to meet at the Six Kings Slam exhibition event in Saudi Arabia. Well, Nadal lost by 6-3, 6-3 to Carlos Alcaraz in the semi-finals on Thursday to set up a third-place clash against Djokovic, who was beaten by Jannik Sinner. World number one Sinner will meet Alcaraz in the finals at Riyadh. The 22-time Grand Slam champion, who announced his retirement last week, has faced Djokovic in 60 matches and has triumphed 29 times to the Serb's 31. The last time Nadal faced 24-time Grand Slam champion Djokovic was in the second round of the Paris Olympics, where he lost by 6-1, 6-4. Now, world number one Iga Swiatek has added Belgian Wim Fissette to her team following her recent split with longtime coach Tomasz. The 23-year-old, who enjoyed 3 successful seasons with Tomasz, is excited about the fresh direction her career will take under her coach's new guidance. Now, Fissette, known for his work with former Grand Slam champions like Kim Clijsters, Angelique Kerber, and most recently Naomi Osaka, brings a wealth of experience with him. The 44-year-old helped Osaka secure 2 of her 4 major titles before parting ways with her in September. Swiatek shared her enthusiasm on social media, stating that she is excited and looking forward to work with Fissette. Now, Katie Boulter has been knocked out of the Ningbo Open by world number 10 Beatrice Haddad Maia in straight sets in the second round. Haddad Maia advanced to the quarterfinals round, where she will face Paula Badosa. Boulter, who's ranked 35th, fought hard in the first set but lost convincingly in tie-break. Boulter failed to bounce back after that. She faltered in the 11th game of the second set, allowing the Brazilian to close out the match. This was Boulter's first loss to Haddad Maia in 4 meetings, who beat Sara Errani in her opening match after exiting the Wuhan Open in the first round last week. Moving on to badminton now, India's PV Sindhu completed a stunning comeback against People's Republic of China's Wu Yu to march into the women's singles quarter-final of the Denmark Open badminton tournament in Odense. Sindhu conceded the opening game against her world number 7 Chinese opponent, but came roaring back to victory by 18-21, 21-12, 21-16 in 1 hour and 3 minutes. PV Sindhu will face Indonesia's world number 8 Gregoria Mariska-Tunjung on Friday. On to shooting now. Vivan Kapoor clinched a silver medal in trap at the ISSF Shooting World Cup final in New Delhi, marking a significant milestone in his career with his first senior individual medal. Scoring an impressive 44, Vivan secured second place in the prestigious event. In an exclusive conversation with DD India correspondent Narayan Singh, the young trap shooter said that this medal has significantly boosted his confidence. Here's more.
I am joined by the young shooter Vivan. Vivan won silver medal in trap. Vivan, congratulations, a fantastic performance by you. So how you analyze the whole tournament and especially your event, what kind of competition was there?
So as you know, it was the World Cup final, and in the World Cup final, the top 15 or the top 12 shooters of the world come to compete. So it was a big competition. The plan before the competition was very strenuous, where me and my coach went to Italy, went several places to train for this competition, and in the end I'd like to say that it came to play, and by God's grace you see me on the podium for India.
So it's your first individual medal at the senior level.
Yes.
You know that the transition from the junior to senior and winning a medal, how you can, what's the quantum of this achievement for you?
So I feel it's a first step of confidence for myself to have to win my first senior individual medal, and now so on and so forth. I have to work hard for my next competitions, and now the Olympic cycle is going to start. The quotas are going to start from 2026. I have a plan chalked out with my coach, and I'm just going to follow that.
What are the key reasons you find behind the stupendous performance of the Indian shooters on all mega fronts?
So I feel it's three things combined. First is support from the parents, from the government. Second is hard work, and third is talent. I think these are the three things that are making us Indian shooters do so well internationally and nationally as well.
So you can see that Vivan is saying that the way the support they are getting from the all fronts, definitely it's a key reason behind the rise of the Indian shooting. With camera person Rahul, Narayan Singh, DD India, Delhi.
Now, ensuring fair play and safety in shooting, equipment control is crucial. By prioritizing this aspect of shooting, Olympic shooters can optimize their performance, ensuring fairness and showcasing their exceptional skills. Let's take a closer look at this report.
Olympic shooting demands unwavering precision, consistency and stability from athletes. To achieve this, shooters rely on meticulous equipment control, a rigorous pre-tournament test, ensuring their gear meets exacting standards. This aspect of shooting is essential for safety, accuracy and compliance. It ensures that athletes use equipment that is fair and does not give them an unfair advantage over others. Athletes must only use equipment and apparel that complies with ISSF rules. Any gun, device, equipment, accessory or other item that may give an athlete an unfair advantage and that is not specifically mentioned in these rules or that is contrary to the spirit of these rules is prohibited. Therefore, it becomes athletes' responsibility to familiarize themselves with competition rules, ensure equipment compliance with regulations and follow inspection procedures.
First of all, the equipment in shooting is really important, so we really try to have the best of the best and really put in a lot of effort to get a good fitting, which Kapapi provides really good, so they have installed at every competition to help us to have a good fitting. And yeah, we have regulations for the equipment, so we have like a stiffness test. There's a certain number that you have to be able to do with your equipment, and you have to do an overlap so the track can't be really tight, and if you fail to do this in a post-competition check, yeah, you're going to be disqualified, so it's really important to take good care of the equipment.
Governing body of the Olympic shooting events, the International Shooting Sport Federation regulations ensure standardized clothing, no unauthorized modifications, pre-competition validation, random post-match inspections. Equipment control is crucial as it not only ensures fair play but also prevents accidents. Ensuring equipment is in good working condition, it also reduces the risk of malfunctions, injuries and fatalities. A well-maintained equipment ensures consistent performance, while a properly calibrated equipment enhances accuracy.
तो वेपन्स के बट से लेके वो चिक प्लेट से लेके उसकी लेंथ विड सब अप्रूवल होता है ISSF रूल के अंदर। एक पैरामीटर्स है, उस पैरामीटर के बोर्ड पे वो चेक होता है। बट की साइज़ कितनी होनी चाहिए, चिक की साइज़ कितनी होनी चाहिए, हाई ट्रेजर कितने साइज़ में लगाना चाहिए, पाम रेस्ट की साइज़ कितनी में लगाना चाहिए।
The non-compliance of equipment control will lead to consequences such as disqualification, penalty points, equipment confiscation, loss of sponsorship, damage to reputation. Therefore, it is very important for shooters to have awareness of this aspect of shooting, which plays a very crucial part. By prioritizing equipment control, Olympic shooters can optimize their performance, ensure fairness, and showcase their exceptional skill. With Mukesh Shukla, Abhishek Prasad's report, DD India.
Now, with the successful conclusion of ISSF Shooting World Cup final in New Delhi, India has emerged as one of the dominant force in organizing major tournaments and also as a leading contender for hosting future mega international events as well. Here's an exclusive report by Narayan Singh. Take a look.
India is emerging as a leading destination for global sports events. Under strong leadership, the country is focusing on both sports development and athlete welfare. Recent investments in infrastructure are creating world-class sporting facilities. India has hosted 5 ISSF Shooting World Cups in the past 6 years, including the ongoing event at the Dr. Karni Singh Shooting Range in Tuklagabad. Additionally, the International Shooting Federation has awarded India the hosting rights for the ISSF Junior World Cup next year. This highlights the nation's growing stature in the global sports arena.
Last year we had a very marvelous event of the International Olympic Committee in Mumbai. Thereafter we had our OCA chairman election being held in Delhi, and thereafter various reputed international events taking place in our country time and again. Followed by, as you see, is after the Olympics, this is our first World Cup which has been allocated to us. In the pipeline to train ourselves to host Olympics that we would like to be, which we have kept as the government and everybody in India wants to target 2036 to hold Olympics in our country.
Definitely it will be good for India because the big competition will come to the country and it will give the boost to economics also, and for the athletes who are at the grassroots level, they will give the competition will give them a very good boost and the motivation to push themselves for preparing themselves the good competitions.
India has successfully hosted events like the Chess Olympiad, FIFA Under-17 World Cups, and the Cricket World Cup in the recent years. The government continues to invest in both infrastructure and athlete support programs. India is now eyeing even bigger stages.
India's steady progress in developing the sports infrastructure as well as hosting the international event showcases its ambition to become a global sports hub. In the past, India hosted mega sports events like Under-17, FIFA World Cup, Cricket World Cup, Chess Olympiad, as well as many more events. And now, India is well positioned to attract more prestigious international events. With camera person Rahul Chopra, Narayan Singh, DD India, Delhi.
Let's now talk about another Indian sport. The traditional Indian sport of Kho Kho is rapidly gaining global recognition, and for the first time ever, the Kho Kho World Cup will be held in New Delhi. On Wednesday, the official logo for the World Cup was unveiled. The Kho Kho World Cup is scheduled to take place in New Delhi from the 13th till the 19th of January next year. Here's a report.
Speed, strategy and spirit will take the center stage as the sport of Kho Kho returns with a new and exciting international flavor. Having transitioned from the soil to the mat, the essence of this game will spread globally when India hosts the World Cup of Kho Kho in January next year. As part of this journey, the logo of the World Cup was launched on Wednesday.
मुझे लगता है कि हमारे देश के लिए और सभी के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा अचीवमेंट होने जाने वाला है, क्योंकि 2025 में हम पहला वर्ल्ड कप हमारे इंडिया में करने जा रहे हैं और इसीलिए हम सभी लोगों को इससे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा आगे बढ़ाना है और हमारे देश के प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी भी हमेशा यही कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि जितने भी हमारे पारंपरिक खेल हैं हमारे देश के, उसे हम आगे लेके जाएं।
The World Cup will see competition of the highest order, participation from all continents. All continents are being represented. Then you have technology at its best. You have the Indian hospitality you'll have at the best.
This will be the first time that India hosts the Kho Kho World Cup. The World Cup will showcase the rich cultural heritage and competitive spirit of the sport. Today, Kho Kho has established a global presence and is played in 54 countries. The goal is to secure Olympic recognition for Kho Kho by 2032, and this World Cup could prove to be a significant step in that direction. Given the sport's rapid global expansion, it is safe to say that the golden era for Kho Kho, from soil to the mat, has begun. Gaurav Kumar's report, DD India.
On to soccer now. Celtic fell 4-0 to Real Madrid in their second group stage match of Women's Champions League. Real Madrid's Caroline Weir marked her return from injury with a stunning long-range opener just 7 minutes into the match at the Alfredo Di Stefano Stadium. In the second half, Celtic grew into the game with Emma Lawton and Murphy Agnew missing crucial chances to equalise. However, Real Madrid soon regained their control. Brune's header made it 2-0 in the 72nd minute before Caroline Moller chipped past Celtic goalkeeper Kelsey Doherty to add their third. Linda Caicedo completed the scoring with a late penalty, giving Real their first points of the group stage after losing to Chelsea in their opening encounter. And Chelsea extended their perfect start to the season by defeating Dutch side Twente by 3-1 in UEFA Women's Champions League, moving to the top of Group B. A.G. Beaver-Jones opened the scoring with a deflected long-range effort after just 7 minutes, and Maika Hamano doubled the lead with a lob over the Twente goalkeeper after 18 minutes. Euro Reitin added a third from the penalty shot following a foul on Mayra Ramirez, sealing the victory for Chelsea. Twente managed to pull one back in the 68th minute through Nike Venche, but it wasn't enough to stop Chelsea's dominance. Chelsea, who are the runners-up in 2021, are chasing their first ever title in the competition. And Paris Saint-Germain Football Club have extended their head coach Luis Enrique's contract through to 2027, according to media reports. Enrique's contract was set to expire at the end of the season, having signed a 2-year deal at the Parc des Princes in 2023. In his first season at the club, Enrique guided the Parisians to a domestic double and last 4 Champions League finish. While neither PSG or Enrique are yet to officially confirm the contract renewal, the club hierarchy are believed to be pleased with the progress made under the Spaniard as the club shifts from a free spending transfer policy to one that favours developing young homegrown talent. And that's all for this edition of DD India Sports Buzz. But do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on the DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code on the screen to download it right now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I am Deepika, and from all of us here in New Delhi, thank you so much for watching Sports Buzz. Namaskar.